Hello and welcome to Big Brother. Last week we saw that Ella was backdoor evicted from the Big Brother house. So today, last time I did mention there was a twist and maybe the numbers could be increasing again, because obviously we are halfway through and half of the house has been evicted and half of the house is still remaining. So we will find out about that later in the show, but for now, let's go and take a look after Ella's eviction. So, as we can see, the housemates are finally leaving from the activity centre and they are now coming to have a look at the picture wall. But as we all know, Jasper was ill, so he went to bed, but you know, he's still there, and they're all looking at the pictures, you know, because Ella has just been evicted and her picture has already gone grey. But yeah, so now I think they're going to come into the kitchen and just have some food. I think Jasper might come and join them because obviously he didn't want to party, overdo himself, but you know, it's a bit later on now, he's had a bit of a nap, so he's come and joined them. I think Jake is making them some dinner. I don't really know what he's making, but you know, we can always find out. But it does look like he is making mac and cheese. So let's hope the other three housemates like mac and cheese, because if not, they will be going hungry. Most likely. So it looks like Jake has made his and they are all going to come over now and grab a serving. You know, I've never had mac and cheese, but then I've never really been a fan of cheese, so housemates must really like cheese because it does look very cheesy. So it looks as though Harry and Jasper have come to the bedroom just to have a little chat, maybe. You know, Jasper's with his mac and cheese, he's taking his time to eat it, maybe because he's got an upset stomach still. But yeah, I think they're kind of talking about being homesick and not really feeling like, you know, 100% themselves, because they're feeling quite homesick now because they've been in there for 6 weeks and yeah, just kind of missing home. So yeah, and it also looks like they are also talking about homesick, and if you're wondering who they are Jake and Amelia, but obviously they kind of have like a romantic interest at the minute, so it's kind of a bit weird because they kind of feel homesick, but then they kind of feel like it's like a weird feeling for them because they feel homesick at the same time, but then they kind of feel like at home with each other type of thing. So yeah, that's really weird, but they're getting through it, so that's alright. Okay, so it looks like everyone's gathered in the bedroom now. It's been a while, and yeah, it looks as though they're just talking, having conversations, just having a laugh before they go to bed. Jake and Amelia talking, obviously, and Harry and Jasper talking, obviously. They kind of have to create their cliques, because obviously now most of Harry's friends are gone, so Harry has to like try and find friends with everyone else, things like that. So yeah, but it looks as though they're all going to go to bed now. I think Harry does end up getting Ella's bed, but we'll have to see what's going to be done about that, because obviously that's not his bed. This is Big Brother. Could Harry please return to his own bed? So it looked as though Big Brother wasn't very happy that Harry had took his own initiative and moved into the bed. So looks like he's been asked to go and sleep in the room on his own. But obviously Big Brother's not doing this to be horrible. He's doing this for a perfectly good reason that housemates will probably find out later on in the show. Okay, so now that we've all seen the housemates and what they were like after the eviction, let's go and take a look at what Big Brother has in store for them today. And yes, ex-housemates may be re-entering the house if you have not already guessed, judging by the bedding situation and what has been said earlier in the show. So Big Brother has a challenge for the housemates, and he is going to call them to the sofas in just a second and explain the challenge to them. You may be asking why it's day. You'll soon find out. This is Big Brother. Could all housemates make their way to the sofas? Okay, so like I said, Big Brother has called the housemates to the sofas to explain the challenge. So, let's find out what the challenge is for the housemates. Housemates, Big Brother has a funny challenge for you today. You will be doing a comedy competition. Who will be the judges, you may ask? Well, Big Brother has a surprise for you. Please perform your comedy acts, and then the judges will come in and decide who wins. Please make your way to the competition centre immediately. So, Big Brother has a challenge for the housemates, of course, like he does every week. Yeah, so it looks like they've got to do a comedy act for each other, and then there's going to be some special judges to come in and judge the competition. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see who the judges are. So here is Big Brother to explain. This is Big Brother. Each housemate should perform a comedy act to show to the other housemates, and will later be decided upon the winner. Okay, so it looks like Jake is the first person up. Each housemate has 30 seconds to make their jokes and impress the judges as much as possible. The judges are listening and the judges can see what's going on, although the housemates cannot see the judges at the moment. So, Jake is just going to tell his jokes, and then he is going to give the mic to the next person, which is going to be Amelia. Because obviously, it's one from each side. I don't really know what else the logic is behind it. But, yeah, so it looks as though Jake is returning to his seat. And then Amelia will have her go on the microphone, of course. So, she is going to tell her joke. It doesn't look like too many people were impressed of Jake's joke, but we're just going to have to wait for the judges. Amelia, she's quite a funny person. She's kind of got like a dry sense of humour. It's not everyone's sense of humour, but you know, she can still tell some cracking jokes, just depending on, you know, the situation that she's in. Harry, bless him, he does not have a funny bone in his body. He's more of a serious person, not really of a joke person. Only if you know him like really, really well. Like if you were his best friend, then he would probably crack a few jokes. But apart from that, he is usually very serious about things like that. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see how the judges vote about that. So, he is just finishing up his jokes. Of course, 30 seconds is not a long amount of time, but, you know, you've got to do what you've got to do. So, yeah, Harry is just going to sit down, and of course, Jasper is the last one left. Jasper is very talkative, he's very confident, he's able to crack a joke whenever he wants to. He can make a joke in any situation. Well, most situations, let's go with that. Yeah, so Jasper is very good at making jokes, along with Jake, and then Amelia, she's kind of in the middle. You've kind of got to get her sense of humour, whereas Harry, he is completely the opposite. So we really have a mix and match of funny people, which is why Big Brother thought this would be a good challenge for all the housemates. But yeah, Jake is going to go and take his seat, and then I'm going to come back on the stage and explain what's going on. Okay, so you might have guessed by now who the judges are, but if it's not obvious enough, maybe it's some of the ex-housemates. But we're not going to tell you what happens with the winner and if they get a special decision or not. You never know, but judging by what I just said, you might already know. But yeah, like I said, numbers may grow again. So, and also ex-housemates are entering the house to judge the competition. So, let's just see what is going to happen with the competition. Housemates, this is Big Brother. I have a surprise for you. The people judging your challenge are your ex-housemates. Please welcome your ex-housemates to the stage. Please could all housemates change seats. Current housemates, please go and sit in the ex-housemates seats, and the ex-housemates, please sit in the housemates seats. Ex-housemates are now going to judge the performance of the current housemates. They have heard everything and have come to a final judgment. Let's have a look at how the ex-housemates voted. Jessica, tell me the name of the person you think should win. Ella, tell me the name of the person you would like to win. Blake, tell me the name of the person you would like to win. Audrey, tell me the name of the person you would like to win. Jasper, you have won. Please make your way to the microphone. Housemates have voted for you to win, which means you get a privilege. Your privilege is to choose one of the ex-housemates to rejoin the house as the current housemate. They will re-enter the house and exactly how they were before they were evicted. Please tell me the name of the person you would like to re-enter the house. Jasper, you chose Blake, which means Blake, you will be re-entering the house in just a second. Ex-housemates, please take your previous seats, and current housemates, please take your previous seats. And Blake, please take to the microphone. Blake, please tell one housemate a joke, just to finish off this challenge, and then you may re-enter the house. Okay, so Big Brother has closed the curtains and the previous housemates have gone. Blake is just going to tell his last joke and then he may re-enter the house. This challenge has been up and down, housemates got excited and now they have finally got back one person that they wanted back for such a long time. Let's go and interview the ex-housemates to see what they thought about the whole situation. Okay, so let's welcome back Jessica, Ella and Audrey. So, you were all given the chance to re-enter the house. As you can all see, you were asked to wear your outfits you wore when you were evicted from the Big Brother house. Like you were re-entering like you were never gone. So, you could have re-entered the challenge if you would have chosen the right person. Maybe if you chose, you know, one person that you thought really would have been on your side. And then maybe you would have been able to re-enter the house. So, now that you have been out, there is no other possibility for you to re-enter the house, unfortunately, at this stage. But you will be back on eviction on the final eviction night to welcome the winner out of the house. This will be a big experience for everyone because there'll be one winner and you will be all able to celebrate afterwards. So, thank you all for coming back and being our judges. Okay, so housemates have now left the competition centre and now have remade their way back into the house and they are now taking a look at their pictures. So, Blake's picture has already been relit up and is all back in colour by the time they come out the house. We know Big Brother likes to get these things done. And this is Big Brother. Could all housemates make their way to the sofas? So Big Brother has called everyone to the sofas. I wonder what he's going to say. It looks like they don't really want to stop looking at the photos, but looks like Big Brother needs them for the sofas, probably for a good reason, I suppose. Okay, housemates, as you all know, last night Harry tried replacing Ella and sleeping in her bed. Well, now you know why. Blake, you'll retake your old bed and will not be allowed to stay in the other room as Harry will be on his own. Housemates must remain in their original beds and must not switch. Please make your way to your rooms to get settled in again. Okay, so now you found out why Harry had to move himself back to his own bed. Because he knew someone was joining him, and also, you may be saying, it's fixed. It's not. The person, even if they were from the other room, even if Ella re-entered, someone would have had to move to the old room, depending on who it was, of course. So yeah, it looks like Blake got confused and went into the wrong room, so now he's going to join Harry. So now Harry won't be on his own. And yeah, so it's a bit later on now, and they're all settled in. Blake has unpacked again, and it just looks like they're having a little conversation about what's happening on the outside world, what other people are seeing, and if anything has been shown that shouldn't be. But I think everything has been shown that needed to be. So yeah, just a little catch up between Harry and Blake, considering they are going to be sharing a room together now. Not that they wasn't before, but they were sharing it with other people before, and now it's just their room. The two of them are now, so yeah. So it looks as though Jasper and Amelia are having a little chat as well. So this is unusual for those two because usually Amelia is just talking to Jake and she doesn't really socialise with any of the other boys in the house. But it looks as though those two are having a little catch up right now. Maybe they're talking about, I don't know, how they feel about who re-entered the house and how the competition went. So yeah. Okay, so now everyone has had a little bit of a catch up. It's time for Blake and Jasper to have a little bit of a catch up, and it looks as though they're sneaking off into the garden to have a little conversation without anyone else there really. As we know, there was a little something going on between them. We don't really know what it was because we know that Blake obviously has a boyfriend, but yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see to see what happens, and yeah, but it looks as though they've missed each other, considering how close they are getting. But yeah, who really knows? We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens between those two. Okay, that is it for now, everyone. We'd like to thank you all for watching. We know that this has been a little bit of a roller coaster this episode, with a lot more talking from me in person on the stage, of course. You see me a bit more, and yeah, it's just been a bit of an unusual episode because usually people exit the house rather than people entering the house. It's kind of a bit anti-productive, counterproductive, and considering we're trying to find the last person. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next Friday at 5 PM.